Hi students, this is a demo for how to start your local color. It's nowhere near what you're going to be doing long term, but it tells you kind of how you're going to start. Very much like the warm-up, the value scales, the mono scales, the neutral, the earth tone, all those play a role here. I put the palette here so you can see kind of the process. This project is the only one where being messy is actually good, because the more you experiment, the closer you'll get. And of course, putting a swatch next to what you're looking at is helpful. This is obviously brown, but really it's cool in temperature and it's middle value. So these are the things to think about. The background is quite complex. So I'll try to mix right here on this side. This is a very messy palette. It's not like yours. It's just a leftover palette that is helpful for a local color. So anyway, this is basically yellow and black. And then, as you know, there's purple. And you can put a swatch there to say it's too green. If it's too green, add red. Closer. I'm going to use blue. Even closer. Now, if I match the color, it doesn't mean I'm going to just block it in there, because I have to use white in the overall painting. Pretty good. Let's see these swatches. You realize I did all this with no black. I'm going to start blocking in. I can always glaze later, but and dry brush, it's not a bad thing. Just remember your toolbox. Means you can do anything you want as long as it's matching and looks realistic. A lot of great shadows and highlights here, so I don't want to overdo. This is also an underpainting like the others. Not too dark, too fast. I mean, I tell you, restraint is everything, because you have options. If you go too far too fast, you lose all these little nuances. I might add a little black there, but mostly it's blue. See, technique? Technique is what we're looking for, more than anything. Glazing, dry brush, even wash. Okay. Pretty cool temperatures here. I might do a little black here and a little brown. I'll go to the mud mixture. Just see within this little area, I have back runs, left white, glazing, dry brush, a lot. So that's what you want. All right, so I see that I overlapped on something here that I didn't want to. So that's a great opportunity for lift out. Nice. And don't forget my highlights that I painted over by accident. It's a great way to get those back. Nice. I'm going to switch to a smaller brush to get these edges. what it takes. It's long. It's like a study of a subject. It's a relationship with it. This would be, for me, like barely starting. Barely. And intuition is such a huge part of this. And with watercolor, it's hard to match value when you have saturation limitation. But you can create a degree of realism. Sometimes when it's on your brush, you can just put it wherever you see it. And of course you're choosing where to limit this fill in, because you don't want to be heavy-handed, so. I could keep going. I could paint all friggin' night, I swear. There's just not much more I can do except encourage you to explore and do several versions, because it's endless, you know? And the main thing is don't lose your white. Once that's gone, it's kind of a done deal. So Anyway, it's gonna go on and on. I could sit here all night. I just, being a perfectionist, it could go. And then technique, and I mean, okay, I'm gonna stop. Have fun, enjoy. It's totally a good experience, I promise.